When it's time to launch your book, one of the best ways to boost your sales and really highlight your validity and expertise as a new author is to have reviews. Now, if you're new into the author platform or you don't really have a big following, the idea or the thought about getting reviews ahead of time or getting a large number of reviews can be overwhelming. And if that's where you're at, let me just tell you that you're in the right place. Today, I'm going to share 4 strategies that will increase the way that you go about getting reviews and in turn, increase and boost your sales. So step number 1 is that you got to know who your ideal audience is. It's great if you want to get a review from your mom or from your uncle or your auntie or your best friend. But first off, Amazon's really smart and they typically can know if it's somebody that you know that's giving you a review. I don't know how they go about doing it, but they're intelligent in that way. So you don't want to get reviews from people that are going to give you invalid reviews. You want to get reviews from your audience. And the reason that this is important is twofold. 1, you need sincere reviews so that you know really what people are taking away from your book. So first, identify who your audience is. The second reason you need sincere reviews is because if you get somebody in your ideal audience or ideal reader to give you a review, they're giving you a review from their perspective, which will likely resonate deeply with somebody else who's coming to decide if they want to buy your book or not. The second strategy is to determine where your audience typically is. Are they online on LinkedIn? Are they on Facebook? Are they in your local community at your church or a recreation center? Where's your typical reader at and how can you find a way to connect with them? The reason that I found this to be extremely helpful is when I wrote my very first book called Quick Tips for Busy Women. It was a book for single moms to really balance an overwhelming and busy life. And at that time, I was in a single moms group at my church and I was a table leader. So it was a perfect platform for me to be able to share these tips within this book and it really helped change lives through sharing my book. And so this was a great opportunity for me to start getting insights as well as to give my book away for free or in exchange for a review. The third step and the fourth step kind of go hand in hand, but once you identify who your audience is, you know where they are, you'll want to take it to the next step, that is considering sharing your manuscript with them. Now, when you share your manuscript with them, you can never force somebody to give you a review. In fact, I would actually say don't even force it at all, right? That's not a good thing because you're either going to get a review that feels very forced in the sense that they're telling you it's great, or a review that's feeling forced and they're angry that they felt forced and they're not giving you such a good review. Ultimately, give people your book and ask for feedback, right? Ask them what they learned. Ask them what their takeaways were. Ask them what they wish that they could have got from the book that they maybe didn't. And the reason that this is valuable is because if you're still in the editing phase, you can go back and make any adjustments or fixes. You can also consider republishing another time. Or if it's a superb review, you can say, do you mind if I share that on my website or I share that on my social media? The reason that reviews are so powerful is because if you think about it, like when you go to Amazon and you want to buy something, you're like, all right, is this a good quality lawnmower? Is this a good quality chair? Is this a good quality pillow? We may read the description of the item that we want to purchase, but ultimately we often lead towards the reviews. And the reason that we lean towards the reviews is because we're like, I want to see what other people say about it. Because if other people validate this product or this book or whatever it is that I want to purchase, then we likely are more inclined to invest our time or our money in whatever it may be. So overall, knowing this from a consumer standpoint, we recognize that reviews are powerful because that's usually one of the first things that we'll often go to look at, right? We see somebody with an awesome Apple Watch and we're like, I love that band. Where'd you get that band? That's a way to validate a product, right? When we're going to purchase something online, we look at the reviews. That's not by accident. And while we recognize that as a consumer or as a buyer, we also have to recognize that as an aspiring author, soon to be a seller, right? You have to be willing to acknowledge what it's like to be in your buyer standpoint. You can know that your book has the greatest content in the world, but unless you find a way to validate that and to showcase that to your audience effectively, they're not going to take that next step and purchase. Overall, the process of getting reviews can feel overwhelming, but I just want you to follow this 4-step strategy that I shared today to make it not as overwhelming. Please do not skip this part of the process. If you really want to showcase your expertise, if you really want to stand out as an author, you need reviews. So make it your priority to go out and connect with your audience and find ways to change their lives through your book so that in turn you get genuine reviews that also open up the platform for you to be able to change other people's lives as well. If you're new to the aspiring author journey and you're looking for some support to get started without the frustration, without the overwhelm, without all the information overload, I have just the thing for you. If you use the link below, you can sign up for my totally free Aspiring Author Jumpstart Kit, where I walk you through the strategy to jumpstart your aspiring author journey. If you're ready to get started, make no excuses, make no exception. The time is now to do today what your future self will thank you for. Sign up using the link below because it's totally free, and I can't wait to see you on the inside. Until next time, I will chat with you guys later.